Hey there, matriculants. Welcome to Educate. Let us answer this question on the river concepts. So now it says choose a term from column B that matches the geomorphological description in column A. You know the vibes. You just have to choose the correct letter and write that letter next to each number. So now here I've got 2.1.1 asking us what is the name of the high ground that separates one drainage basin from another. Remember, we've got two types of higher grounds. We've got a higher ground that separates streams from each other, that is known as an interfluve. And then we've got a higher ground that separates two rivers from each other, that is known as a watershed. So for 2.1.1, our answer is watershed. In this case, from column B, watershed is actually letter B. That's why next to 2.1.1, when you're answering this, you just write 2.1.1 and you write B. So basically, here they asked the question another way, but basically I covered this in my other video where we talked about two rivers being separated from one another. Remember that a river flows on an area that is known as a drainage basin. So here, when we're talking about the higher ground separating one drainage basin from another, it's more like we're talking about the higher ground separating two rivers from each other. So basically, that is known as a watershed. So let's do 2.1.2. What is the point when two or more streams join? Remember that when you have got streams, two or more streams, they join at a certain point to form a bigger stream or a larger stream. So the point where the two streams or where the two tributaries, they can say tributaries, where they join in, it is known as a confluence. So I've also covered this in my previous video. So remember, confluence, it is the answer. So in this case, confluence, it is letter E. So you're just going to write E. And then 2.1.3, what is the upper level of groundwater? I've covered this in my video introducing geomorphology in general for grade 12s. So remember that when you've got groundwater under the surface of the earth, the toppest level or the upper level of groundwater, it is known as a water table. It is just like we have got groundwater underground here. This is groundwater, this is groundwater, this is groundwater. And then we look at the toppest level of the groundwater. It is known as a water table. So just remember water table, that is the what? The higher ground. So in this case, water table in column B, it corresponds to letter A. So you're just going to write A. And then 2.1.4 asks us what is the area from where a river gets its source of water. So basically, when it is raining, let's just say this is your tree here, and then this is the ground. So when it rains, when there's rain that is coming from the clouds here, the rain will actually collect at some point here. So the point where the rain collects, it is known as a catchment area. So the catchment area, it is basically the source, or that is where the rain collects, or that is where the water from the rain collects. That is where the water reaches the level of the ground. So the point where the water actually pours out here is known as a catchment area. So basically here, they said what is the area from where a river gets its source of water? It is known as a catchment area. In this case, that is letter G. So we're just going to write G. So this is the point where a river gets its water, because after the water actually rains at this catchment area, it's going to be flowing away. There will be surface runoff leading to the formation of a river. So basically, it is known as a catchment area. The catchment area is basically the place that collects water, rainwater. And then now 2.1.5, what is the higher ground that is separating streams in the same drainage basin? Remember, when I've got two streams in the same drainage basin or in the same river system, they are separated by a higher ground that is known as an interflow. I've also covered that on the river system video. I will drop the links on those two videos in the description as well as in the comments. But basically, the interflow is just that higher ground that separates two streams from one another. For example, this is one stream, this is another stream. So the higher ground between them, it is known as an interflow. So differentiate that from a watershed. A watershed separates two rivers or two drainage basins, whereas an interflow separates the streams in the same drainage basin. That's the difference. Then 2.1.6, the last one here. What is the water that is found within the Earth's surface? When you say that within the Earth's surface, we're basically talking about under the Earth's surface here. So they can say within the Earth's surface, or they can say under the Earth's surface. So when we're talking about the water that is found under the Earth's surface, I also introduce this and say that whenever it rains, once the water starts sinking downwards or starts sinking underground, it is now known as groundwater. We just don't refer to as water. We say it's now is known as what? As groundwater. So basically, groundwater, it is groundwater, it is basically the water that is found beneath the surface of the earth, or that is found underground, or that is found within the earth's surface. That is known as groundwater, in this case represented by letter C. So yeah, that's all about this question. I just wanted to test out if you understood the concepts are associated with geomorphology. If you didn't understand any of these, please go ahead and watch my two videos introducing geomorphology as well as the river system. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends to stay tuned.